Hello and welcome to Chapter 2, Lesson 7. Today we're going to be talking about finding a percent of a number. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have a real-world link, snacks. In a survey, 200 students chose their favorite snacks. Use the table to find the number of students who chose each snack. So for fruit, we had 23%. So sometimes it's nice to find equivalent fractions when we're doing percent. So that would be 23 out of 100. So therefore, it'd be 46 out of 200. So we'd know that 46 out of 200 people chose fruit. So again, 15% out of 100, or it would be 15 out of 100, or 30 out of 200. 30 out of 200. 17% would be 17 out of 100, or 34 out of 200. So 34 out of 200 people chose veggies. 15, 30. So this is kind of like a little trick way. Instead of figuring out, okay, 23% of 200, this is also similar to the rate per 100 strategy that we talked about in the previous lesson. So again, we have 18%, 18. So if I wanted to do out of 200, 18 times 2 would be 36. 36. And then 12, or 24 out of 200 for that one. So then it says add the number of responses in the last column. So if we did 46 plus 30 plus 34 plus 30 plus 36 plus 24, we would get an answer of 200 total people. So how does finding the percent as a rate per 100 help you find the number of responses? So again, if we broke that 200 into 100 plus 100, then we know that we would just need to multiply the percent by 2. Which is what we did with our equivalent fractions. So that's kind of just a neat little trick that you can use so you don't have to do longhand solving for all the problems. All right, so here it says you can use fractions and decimals to find the percent of a number. To find the percent of a number, write the percent as a fraction with a denominator of 100. Then multiply the fraction by the number. So here it says refer to the circle graph. Suppose there are 300 total students at York Middle School. Find the number of students that have cheese as a snack. Okay, so it says we want to find 15% of 300 kids. Okay, so I can write my percent as a fraction and multiply it by 300. Okay, so if I reduce here 15, I can divide by 5 and get 20. Divide by 5 and get 3. Okay, I can divide by 10 and divide by 10. I can divide by 2, divide by 2. And then I would do 3 times 15 is equal to 45. How many kids chose it? 45 kids chose cheese. 45 kids. Find the number of students that have chips as a snack. So let's try that again. Chips is 18%. So if I do 18 over 100, multiply it by 300 kids. Okay. Oh, let's do this. Why didn't I do this last time? Divide by 100, divide by 100, right? 100 divided by 100 is 1. 300 divided by 100 is 3. Then I just need to do 18 times 3. And maybe you would be noticing, that, hey, that's just using our ratio per 100. 18 times 3. 24, 3, 4, 5, 54. So 54 kids. Now we can check that. So 54 kids is 18%. And 15% is 45 kids. Which again, look at that. That's what we did here too. So if I would have done this one the way I should have done it, I would have had 15 over 100 multiplied by 300 over 1. I could divide by 100 to get 1. Divide by 100 to get 3. And then I'm doing 15 times 3. Again, using that ratio per 100 trick. We could have done that too. Okay, percent's greater than 100 or less than 1. You might want to choose to write a percent as a fraction or as a decimal based on the problem. Okay, so 145% of 320. 145 over 100 multiplied by 320. All right, so I could divide by 10, which means cancel out a 0. Divide by 10. I could divide by 2. If I divided 10 by 2, I'd get a 5. If I divided 32 by 2, I'd get 16. I mean, I could divide by 5 here. Divide by 5 to get 1. Divide by 5. 145 divided by 5. Well, okay, I'm just going to slow down to 45 divided by 5 is 9, 29. Okay. So then lastly, I have to do 29 multiplied by 16. Can't do anything else because look at my denominator's already 1. 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 more is 17. 0. 1 times 9. 1 times 2. 4. 7 and 9 is 16. 2, 3, 4. 464. Yes, I did it right. Checking with myself there. So another way is we could do, are they going to do one with a decimal? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a decimal percent. Well, that's a lot of, ugh, it looks like a headache. Let's do it down here. Let's do one of these guys. 0.3% of 200. So that means I would do this over 100. So then I would want to multiply them both by 10 to get 3 over 1,000. Okay. So if I get 3 over 1,000 and I want to multiply it by 200 over 1, I can divide these both by 100 to cancel out 2 zeros. So then I would get 3 times 2 is equal to 6 over 10 times 1 is just 10. So it would be 6 tenths, which rewritten, that would be 6 tenths or 6 tenths, which we would reduce 6 tenths. Sorry, don't write 6 tenths. We would reduce that to, I could divide the numerator by 2, denominator by 2, and get 3/5. 3/5. Okay. If I was going to do it decimal-wise, okay, so 0.85%, I would move my decimal twice to get a decimal. So I would be multiplying 0.0085 multiplied by 600. I'm going to put 600 on the top. All right, here's how we do this. 5 times 0, 5 times 0, 5 times 6. Put a 0 down. 8 times 0, 8 times 0, 6 and 8 is 48. Add 0, 0, 0, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5. Okay, and then I have to see how many decimals do I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my answer would be 5 and 1/10. So we've got two options. We can work with the percents as fractions or work with the percents as decimals. All right, that's all that I have for you today. Thanks for watching to the end, and we'll do some practice problems tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.